We're here on Strevbar Island in the middle of the Mississippi River, directly across from the largest state penitentiary in the United States, Angola State Penitentiary. Once considered the bloodiest prison in America, Angola has dramatically turned itself around, thanks in great part to a mantra of communication under the positive leadership of Warden Burl Cain.
Okay, I'm Burl Cain, and I'm the warden at Louisiana State Penitentiary at Angola. Well, what we did is, first of all, we have a real good staff that believes in the same philosophy I believe in and so forth. And so everybody working together, we just changed the culture of the prison. And the culture change was a moral change. And moral people aren't violent and don't rape, pilfer, and steal, and immoral do. And so it's pretty simple to figure out.
My name is Marlo Train Green.
Okay. And yourself?
My name is Devon Morris.
I've been here 4 years and 3 months.
Okay. And yourself?
I've been in Angola 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
I love it, me. Before I came to Angola, I was some sticky situations in the Satellite camp. Everybody telling me like I ain't got life. I don't have life, so they may get shipped or something. But I'd rather be up here to do my time. 23 years old. I've been here and locked up since I was 17. This is better than educate. That's why we just moved up here for education. So get our education, trades, different types of certificates to show that we better our lives.
You know, though you may be here all your life, let's let here not be so oppressive that you can't be here without violence. That's number one. And then let's have hope that when we do pass on to the next world that, you know, that we receive the blessing of being good here.
My name's Richard Vanette, and I'd like to thank Burl Cain and that radio station, that little program that he has that we can watch on TV and stuff like that. Okay? Yeah.
All right, fellas, you're listening to KLSP radio station 91.7 FM, the incarceration station, the only one in the nation. You're listening to the sounds of Yolanda Adams, and she's saying someone is watching over you. God bless you. Keep it locked right here at 91.7 for the very best in sermon and sound, KLSP. Well, I think communication in itself is a way to relate to a person. What we do is we realize that guys here in Angola are going through some very stressful times with having lengthy sentences of incarceration. So communicating with them and having an ideal of what they're going through. As a prisoner myself, I can, attest to what they're going through because I'm going through a similar situation.
And I'm young, 24 years old. Communication is very important for a young person.
That's the main thing. Without communication, I don't think we'll be able to make it in here.
Yeah.
Keep a mental mind frame of life and that.
Well, we have our own TV station and we have our own radio station. And the radio station is the way I communicate with the inmates, but also the radio station is the way they communicate with each other. I can teach you to be moral, but I also have to teach you to read and write and give you skills and trades. Now, if I give you all that without morality, I just made a smarter criminal. So it all goes together.
My name is Sean Vaughn. I'm an editor here at LSP TV. It's an opportunity to better yourself. Yeah, it keeps you busy and just an opportunity to expand your mind, broaden your horizons. Well, this is very unique. I don't think there's anything like this in the world. Television station in a prison, maybe on a small scale, but we do a lot of work around the state. The other guys, they're really impressed, and they were like, how they can be a part. Now, being in another institution, they can't, but who knows? You know, because this is it's in its infant stages right now, and this thing could blow up, you know, tremendously. And we're getting a lot of attention, which is good, a lot of positive attention. And so hopefully we could incorporate other people down the line.
My name is Kyle Hebert. I've been incarcerated here at the Louisiana State Penitentiary since May 8th of 2000. And I've been a member of the Angolite since 2006, and I'm the religious writer.
And my name is Kerry Myers. I'm the editor of the Angolite, and I've been on the staff since 2006, the editor since 2001.
My name's Lane Nelson. I've been in prison for 28.5 years and been on the Angolite since 1993, and I'm the managing editor.
Well, it's our job, it's our editorial mission to inform and educate.
Warden Cain came here with the moral rehabilitation aspect of this prison. Now, it had been going on prior to him coming, but his main focus was to allow the inmates to live a life out of more morality versus the old criminal code.
This is the intro for the legal forum. Communication is important. Positive communication is even more important. Dissemination of information, it makes for a peaceful environment, in my opinion. Especially in prison, people are in the dark a lot. A lot of rumors get started, for example, and misinformation. And so what we endeavor to do here is put out the positive information, get the facts right, and help in any way we can.
Well, I think that for me personally, the radio station have allowed me to realize that there's always hope that you can be a better person no matter how dire your situation is. As a prisoner, I had no idea that I had all this talent inside of myself. But good behavior is rewarded with, a good opportunity to progress in life. And Warden Cain has allowed us to have these opportunities to progress and, be someone, even here in Angola, as I make my transition to society. And it's a message. We have tours that come every day, and we talk to at-risk children and children with behavior problems. And when they come into the radio station, you look at how nice it is here, and I say it goes to show you that a bad situation or a bad choice you make is not the end of the road. It's never too late to turn your life around. No matter what you do, no matter what you're faced with, there's always hope. There's always light at the end of the tunnel.
What it gives to us to do this, it gives us it gives us meaning and purpose in an otherwise meaningless environment. And there are so many things now in Angola that a guy can latch on to get up, and he gets up in the morning and he doesn't have to think to himself, I'm no closer to going home than the day I was arrested. Instead, he can think about the purpose that's ahead in that day.
I would like to say I commend CNN for sending someone out like you, or for you coming out and telling it and explaining back to America, because America's got to listen to these programs and realize it's morality.
We're not animals, we're people here. And yes, some have made mistakes, but people have made changes and made improvements. People here, the men here have decided that I don't want to go in the wrong direction anymore. They've come to the conclusion that that doesn't work. They tried it doesn't work, and so they made changes within themselves. And no matter what warden you have or what security you have, it's the individual who has to make the change. And we're here at the television station, we've made changes in our lives, and it's paid off.
He sees us as human beings, and I've heard him say often how he understands that the greatest gift that an individual can acquire is his ability to communicate properly. And that's what he allows us to do freely. He allows us to live a life inside the walls of our consequences. Some of us, I can't speak for everybody, have committed crimes. But for that, in spite of what the judge has said or the DA has said, here at Angola, Warden Cain allows us to live a life productively that not only helps ourselves, but helps the community.